let's talk about a secret financial weapon, a tool so powerful that the government puts strict limits on who can use it and how much you can put into it each year. It's an account that allows you to build a seven-figure nest egg, a true mountain of wealth, and then withdraw every single penny of your growth in retirement, completely, 100% tax-free. This isn't some complex loophole for billionaires. It's called a Roth IRA, and today, you are getting the ultimate guide. Welcome back to Clever Money Hacks, the place where you learn the financial strategies that build real, generational wealth. Here is the superpower of the Roth IRA in 30 seconds. With a traditional retirement account, like a 401k, you get a tax break on the money you put in today, but you have to pay income tax on everything you pull out in retirement. With a Roth IRA, you get no upfront tax break, but your money grows tax-free, and your withdrawals in retirement are 100% tax-free. $1 million in a Roth IRA is a real $1 million. $1 million in a traditional 401k is $1 million minus whatever the future tax rate is. Understanding that one difference is the key to building true, untaxable wealth. Now that you understand the core secret, let's break down everything you need to know: how it works, who is eligible, how to open one, what to invest in, and the advanced strategies the wealthy use to maximize its power. But first, our crucial reminder. The information provided in this video is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial or tax advice. Tax laws are complex and can change. Always conduct your own thorough research and consult with a qualified financial advisor and a tax professional. This video is not sponsored. Let's begin with the foundational battle: Roth versus traditional. Understanding this choice is critical because it's a bet on your future self. The entire difference comes down to one question: do you want to pay taxes now, or do you want to pay taxes later? A traditional IRA or 401k is tax-deferred. This means you contribute pre-tax dollars. If you earn $60,000 and contribute $6,000 to a traditional IRA, you may only have to pay income tax on $54,000 for that year, giving you an immediate tax deduction. This feels good. It lowers your tax bill today. Your money then grows over the decades inside this account, shielded from annual taxes on dividends or capital gains. However, when you retire and start withdrawing that money, every single dollar you take out, both your original contributions and all the growth, is taxed as ordinary income. You are deferring your tax bill to the future. This strategy makes the most sense for people who are in their peak earning years, in a high tax bracket right now, and who expect to be in a lower tax bracket when they retire. They are choosing to take the tax break now when their tax rate is at its highest. A Roth IRA is the exact opposite. It's funded with post-tax dollars. If you earn $60,000 and contribute $6,000 to a Roth IRA, you still pay income tax on the full $60,000 today. There is no upfront tax break. This requires more discipline. But this is where the magic happens. In exchange for paying your taxes today, the government makes you a promise. Every single dollar of growth that your money generates for the rest of your life is completely, 100% tax-free. When you retire and withdraw that money, it is yours to keep, free and clear. You paid your tax bill on the seed, so you get to keep the entire harvest. This strategy is incredibly powerful for young people who are currently in a lower tax bracket than they expect to be in the future. You are choosing to pay taxes now while your tax rate is low, to avoid paying them later when your income and potentially tax rates themselves are much higher. It's also a bet on the future of the country. If you believe that tax rates in the future are more likely to go up than down to cover government spending, then paying your taxes now and getting it over with is an incredibly smart long-term move. It provides a level of certainty in an uncertain future. Let's talk about the rules of the game: contributions, limits, and eligibility. The government sets a limit on how much you can contribute to an IRA each year. For 2025, that limit is $7,000 for individuals under 50 and $8,000 for those 50 and older who are allowed to make catch-up contributions. This is the total you can contribute across all of your IRAs, both Roth and traditional. You can't put $7,000 in a Roth and $7,000 in a traditional in the same year. It's $7,000 total. However, there's a catch. To contribute directly to a Roth IRA, you must have an income below a certain threshold. These numbers are based on your modified adjusted gross income, or MAGI, and they change almost every year. For 2025, if you are a single filer, your ability to contribute starts to phase out if you make more than $146,000, and you're completely ineligible if you make over $161,000. For those married filing jointly, the phase-out starts at $230,000 and ends at $240,000. So what do you do if you're a high-income earner who wants this incredible tax-free growth? You use the strategy the wealthy use, the Backdoor Roth IRA. This sounds like a shady loophole, but it is a well-known and legal strategy acknowledged by the IRS. It's a simple, two-step process. Step 1. You contribute money to a traditional IRA. There are no income limits for contributing to a traditional IRA. You just might not be able to deduct the contribution from your taxes if you also have a 401k at work. So, you contribute your $7,000 to this account. Step 2. A day or two later, after the money has settled, you simply convert that traditional IRA to a Roth IRA. Most brokerage websites have a simple form or a button that says Convert to Roth. You will have to pay income tax on the amount you converted, assuming you haven't paid tax on it already. But once that's done, the money is now officially in a Roth account and can grow tax-free forever. This is a well-known strategy that allows high-income earners to legally bypass the Roth IRA income limits and get access to this powerful account. Okay, let's pause. We've just covered the most powerful retirement account in existence and the backdoor strategy the wealthy use to access it. This is deep financial knowledge. If you're starting to see how this tool can fundamentally change your financial future, hit that like button and comment below. Based on what you've learned, do you think a Roth or a traditional account would be better for your current situation? Now for the action plan. Knowledge without action is useless. We are now going to walk through the exact step-by-step process of setting up your own tax-free wealth machine. The action plan. Step 1. Open the account. This is the step that paralyzes most people with fear, but in reality, it is incredibly simple and takes less than 15 minutes. You do this at a low-cost brokerage firm. As we've discussed, the three biggest and most respected names in the industry are Fidelity, Vanguard, and Charles Schwab. All of them are excellent choices. You will go to the website of your chosen firm. On the homepage, you will see a large, friendly button that says Open an Account. You will click it. You will then be presented with a list of account types. You are looking for the option that says Retirement or IRA, and from there, you will specifically select Roth IRA. The system will then guide you through a simple application. You'll need to provide basic personal information, your name, address, date of birth, and your social security number or tax ID. This is all standard, secure, and required by law to open a financial account. You will create a username and a password. You will agree to the terms and conditions. And that's it. You have now officially opened your Roth IRA. You have created the greenhouse for your future wealth. The action plan. Step 2. Fund the account. Your new Roth IRA is currently an empty bucket. The next step is to put money into it. The system will prompt you to link your primary checking or savings account. You will do this by providing your bank's routing number and your account number, just like setting up any other online bill payment. Once your bank account is linked, you have a choice. You can make a lump sum contribution, transferring a large amount of money all at once. Or you can do what we recommend, which is to set up an automatic, recurring contribution. This is where you put your discipline on autopilot. You will instruct the brokerage. Every single Friday, I want to automatically transfer $135 from my bank account into my Roth IRA. Why $135 a week? Because that comes out to roughly $7,000 over the course of a year, allowing you to max out your contribution without ever having to think about it again. This automation is the key to consistency. The action plan. Step 3. You must invest the money, the most common beginner mistake. This is the single most important and most misunderstood step of the entire process. I need you to listen to this very carefully. A Roth IRA is not an investment itself. It is the bucket. It is the greenhouse. It is a special type of account that shields your investments from taxes. Just putting cash into the bucket does nothing. Cash sitting in a Roth IRA is still just cash. It is not growing. It is not compounding. It is losing purchasing power to inflation every single day. You must now take the cash that is inside that account and use it to buy assets that will grow over time. Think of it like this. You've built the perfect greenhouse, your Roth IRA. You've installed the automatic sprinkler system, your automatic contributions. Now, you have to actually plant the seeds. The investments are the seeds. Without them, you just have a very fancy, empty greenhouse. This is the mistake that costs beginners years of potential growth. They open the account, they fund it with cash, and then they forget to actually invest it. The action plan step 4. Choosing your investments, planting the seeds. So what should you invest in inside your Roth IRA? The goal of this account is long-term, steady growth over decades. Therefore, the strategy should be simple, diversified, and low-cost. This is not the place to be gambling on speculative assets. For 99% of people, the best strategy is to invest in 1 or 2 broad market index fund ETFs. As we've discussed in detail in other videos, these are funds that allow you to buy the entire stock market in a single purchase. Inside your Roth IRA, you can buy shares of a fund like VOO, which is Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF. This gives you ownership in the 500 largest companies in America. Or you could buy VTI, the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, which gives you ownership in almost every single publicly traded company in the US, over 3,000 of them. By making one of these your core holding, you are diversified, you are benefiting from the long-term growth of the entire economy, and your costs are incredibly low. For those who want an even simpler, more hands-off approach, there is an incredible invention called a target date fund. A target date fund is an all-in-one, professionally managed portfolio that automatically adjusts its risk level as you get closer to retirement. For example, if you plan to retire around the year 2060, you could simply invest all of your Roth IRA money into a target date 2060 fund. When you are young, this fund will be aggressively invested, perhaps 90% in stocks and 10% in bonds. But as you get closer to 2060, the fund automatically and gradually sells some of its stocks and buys more safe assets like bonds. It does the rebalancing for you. It is the ultimate set it and forget it investment, perfect for someone who wants to be completely hands-off. The key is to choose a simple, proven strategy and stick with it. You are not a stock picker. You are an architect building a system. You choose your fund, you automate your contributions, and you let the machine work for you for the next 40 years. Now, let's dive into some of the advanced strategies and frequently asked questions that separate the beginner from the master of this powerful account. Understanding these rules is what allows you to use your Roth IRA not just as a retirement account, but as the ultimate flexible financial tool. First, let's clarify the 5-year rules, because there is a lot of confusion here. There are actually 2 of them that you need to know. The first 5-year rule applies to the growth or earnings in your account. For you to be able to withdraw your earnings tax-free and penalty-free, you must be at least 59 and a half years old, and your first Roth IRA must have been open for at least 5 years. This 5-year clock starts on January 1st of the tax year for which you made your very first contribution. For example, if you open and fund your first Roth IRA in July of 2025, your 5-year clock officially started on January 1st, 2025. This is why we stress the importance of opening an account as early as possible, even with a small amount of money, to get that clock started. The second 5-year rule applies specifically to conversions, like the Backdoor Roth IRA we discussed. Each time you convert money from a traditional IRA to a Roth IRA, that specific conversion amount has its own, separate 5-year clock. You must wait 5 years from the date of that conversion before you can withdraw that specific converted principal without a 10% penalty. This rule is in place to prevent people from using the backdoor conversion as a trick to avoid early withdrawal penalties on a traditional IRA. Now for another superpower, withdrawing your contributions. This is one of the most incredible and misunderstood benefits of a Roth IRA. As we mentioned, you can withdraw the money you directly contributed at any time, for any reason, with no taxes and no penalties. Let's be clear about how powerful this is. The IRS sees it as you simply taking your own money back, since you already paid taxes on it. This makes your Roth IRA contributions an incredibly powerful secondary emergency fund. Imagine you've contributed $30,000 to your Roth IRA over 5 years. A major life emergency happens, and you need $20,000 immediately. You can pull that $20,000 directly from your Roth IRA with zero consequences. You can't do that with a 401k or a traditional IRA without paying significant taxes and penalties. This flexibility gives many people the peace of mind to invest aggressively, knowing that in a worst-case scenario, their principal is accessible. Finally, for the true power users, there is a strategy called the Mega Backdoor Roth IRA. This is an advanced strategy that is only available if your employer's 401k plan allows for it. It allows you to contribute significantly more to your Roth account than the annual IRA limit. It works if your 401k plan allows for two things. First, after-tax contributions. This is different from Roth 401k contributions. And second, in-service distributions or conversions. The process is this. You first max out your regular 401k contributions. Then, you contribute additional after-tax money to your 401k up to the federal maximum for all contributions. Then, you immediately convert those after-tax contributions into the Roth portion of your 401k or roll them over into your personal Roth IRA. This is a complex strategy, but for those who have access to it, it allows them to put an extra $20,000 or $30,000 or more into a Roth account every single year, creating a massive tax-free nest egg. The capital to fund a powerful account like this has to come from somewhere. The best way to accelerate your contributions is to increase your income. In our last video, How to Start a Side Hustle with $100, we gave you 5 blueprints to generate extra cash. A Roth IRA is the single smartest destination for the profits from that new side hustle. I'll link that video for you. If this guide has demystified the Roth IRA and shown you a clear path to building tax-free wealth, show your support by hitting that like button. If you are committed to building a financial fortress for your future self, then make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell for more powerful financial strategies. And finally, let's take action. Comment below, what is the first step you will take this week to get your Roth IRA journey started? Thanks so much for joining us today on Clever Money Hacks. Our mission is to provide you with high-quality and valuable information to help you take control of your financial future, one smart decision at a time. Make sure you're subscribed and have those notifications on, because we're always working on new content to bring you more clever money hacks and actionable financial tips and tricks right here on Clever Money Hacks. Until then, invest in your future and keep making those clever money moves. Bye for now.